All right, everyone, buckle up because today we're going deep into the world of coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee, but not just any coffee. We're talking about some seriously high-end stuff that kind of makes you go after just one sip.
Sounds intriguing. Tell me more. What kind of coffee we're talking about?
It's called Café Natural del Bosque, and get this, we're getting all our info straight from the Son of Viso podcast. You know, the one hosted by Dr. Yemel Ortega, the founder of Kronstrong.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Ortega, the guy who's all about those top-notch, scientifically backed products.
That's him, and apparently he's totally geeking out about this coffee. But here's the thing, it's not just about the taste, though. He definitely raves about that. He's super into the whole sustainable production process and even talks about potential health benefits.
So it's like a coffee experience that's good for you and the planet. Sign me up.
Right? It's like the holy grail of coffee.
Okay, I'm hooked. You got to tell me more about this Café Natural del Bosque.
Well, Dr. Ortega was saying how much you can taste the difference when coffee is grown with, like, respect for nature. You know,
Yeah, I get that. Like, you can sometimes taste when something is mass-produced versus something that's been carefully crafted.
exactly. And that's what's so cool about this coffee. It comes from way up in the mountains of Puriscal in Costa Rica.
Mountains of Puriscal? Never heard of it.
Me either before this deep dive, but apparently it's this amazing region for growing coffee. It's over 1,100 meters above sea level.
Whoa, that's high. Does the altitude affect the coffee?
Absolutely. Dr. Ortega was saying that the higher you go, the slower the beans mature, which leads to, like, more complex sugars and a richer flavor.
Huh, so it's like the coffee beans are taking their time to soak up all the mountain goodness.
Haha, exactly. But there's more. They also hand-select each and every bean. Can you believe that?
Whoa, talk about attention to detail, but why go through all that trouble?
Well, Dr. Ortega explains that it's all about maintaining that consistent, high-quality flavor. Only the best beans make it into your cup.
That makes sense. I've definitely had coffees where you can tell they chucked in whatever beans they had lying around, and it's just not the same.
Totally. You can taste the difference. Okay, but here's something that really blew my mind. They use something called agroforestry methods.
Agroforestry, I'm picturing like coffee beans growing on trees.
Uh-huh, not quite, but it's kind of like that. Basically, they grow the coffee plants among other trees so it mimics a natural forest environment.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. So it's good for the environment too, right?
Totally. It provides shade for the coffee plants, helps prevent soil erosion, and even supports biodiversity. Talk about a win-win.
Yeah, that's amazing. They're basically creating a little coffee paradise up there.
Exactly. And get this, the sustainability doesn't stop there. They also use natural drying and roasting methods.
What's so special about natural drying and roasting?
Well, it's all about preserving those incredible flavors that develop at high altitude and through that meticulous hand selection process. It's like they're going the extra mile to make sure every sip is perfect.
So they've got the high altitude, the hand picking, the agroforestry, the natural processing. It sounds like they've thought of everything.
Right. They're not messing around. But okay, let's get to the most important part, the taste. Dr. Ortega describes it as chocolatey, nutty, and subtly sweet. Does that sound good or what?
Oh man, that sounds amazing. Chocolatey, nutty, and sweet. That's like a dessert in a cup.
Seriously, it's like the ultimate coffee experience. And it sounds like people were catching on because he mentioned that there's a limited pre-order option for these 340-gram bags.
Oh wow, a limited pre-order. That's got to be for the serious coffee lovers.
Right, it's like they're creating this exclusive club for people who truly appreciate good coffee.
And probably because they can only produce so much with those meticulous methods.
Yeah, that makes sense. So to recap, Café Natural del Bosque is high quality, sustainably grown, has a crazy delicious flavor, and it's basically like gold dust.
You know, what I find really inspiring about this whole thing is that Dr. Ortega isn't just trying to sell us coffee. He's making us think about where our food and drinks come from.
That's true.
He's reminding us that it's not just about what we consume, but also about the impact our choices have on the world around us.
Yeah. He said something about how considering the source can impact not only the taste, but our well-being and even the health of the planet.
Exactly. It's a reminder that we're all connected and that even something as simple as choosing a cup of coffee can make a difference.
It's like more than just a drink. It's a whole story in a cup.
Exactly. A story about sustainability, about quality, about the power of nature, and of course about delicious coffee.
Well said. I don't know about you, but I'm suddenly craving a cup of Café Natural del Bosque.
Me too. Maybe we can track down that QR code and see if we can snag a bag from that limited pre-order.
Deal. Let's go do that right now.
Sounds like a plan. I can't wait to experience this coffee for myself.
All right, everyone, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us.
And remember, next time you grab a cup of coffee, take a moment to appreciate the journey it took to get to you.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
Until next time.